the water treatment facilities have failed the people of towns. But I can't talk about water purification because of giving examples of what's in the water. So instead of giving examples of what could be in your water, what I'm going to do is give examples you can research of when the water treatment facilities have failed the people of towns. And I'm just gonna talk right off the top of my head. I'm sure if you do your own research online, you can find tons of other incidences. We're gonna talk about 3 big ones though. The first one I will discuss, since it's closest to me right now, I'm in North Carolina. Teflon. You guys may know or may not know what Teflon actually is. It's a chemical that was actually invented during wartime, and it was for tanks, okay? It was to make tanks water resistant. It was basically like an armor coating to put on the outside of tanks to make them more durable. And it happened to be non-stick, all right? So the engineering company said, it's heat resistant, it's non-stick. Well, why don't we use it on cookware in people's kitchen? Not thinking about the fact that it was extremely toxic, and the byproduct that come from the manufacturing of this product are super toxic. And they just dumped the shit into local waterways. And no one was testing for chemicals and shit like that. So they ruined an entire city and surrounding cities' water supply. And it's still, I'm sure there's still trace amounts of the shit. These are forever chemicals, guys. You can't just get rid of them. That's why I talk about reverse osmosis water purification. So this is a real confirmed event that you can go and research yourself. I'm not just talking, making shit up, trying to scare people like fact checkers want to say. It's a bunch of bullshit, okay? I'll give you another example, okay? Northeast Ohio and East Palestine, Ohio. That train derailed, spilling a whole bunch of toxic chemicals. Everybody talked about it for maybe a week or two. No one's talking about it now. Those chemicals didn't just disappear. The only thing they did is dissipate into the waterways of the surrounding areas. It's just spreading out further and further. The contamination's just leaching out into further places. You can't just clean. Sure, I'm sure they contained a little bit of it, but here you guys have to understand, they burned it. They fucking burned the shit, guys. It isn't just vaporize and turn into nothing. It burns and then turns into another chemical, goes into the clouds, and then those clouds rain the shit back down, and guess where the rain goes? Into the local waterways. Yet again, I'm not just talking out of my ass. This is stuff you can research, and it makes me angry because TikTok wants to take down my videos like I'm saying stuff that's not true. So I'm not just gonna say, oh, what could be in the water? I'm gonna start giving real examples. You can go online and research. Look at the train derailment in East Palestine. No one's talking about it now. No one's talking about it. You're telling me all those chemicals are just gone? I bet you start looking in 10, 15, 20 years, you're gonna see a spike in certain health conditions in that area. Guarantee it. Because they're drinking the chemicals from the fucking spill. You cannot tell me that shit's not in the water. You can't tell me. And no one's talking about it, okay? No one's talking about it. I left the most predominantly known one for last, Flint, Michigan. I think that pretty much everybody's, for the most part, heard about their water, but it's not a consistently talked about thing. Why does no one give a shit about Flint, Michigan's water? There has to be some sort of fix. And then you have people that invent these water machines that pull water and purify water out of thin air and can provide water for entire cities, and then miraculously the machines get broken by random people. You're telling me there's nothing going on. They're not trying to force us to drink the tap water, guys. Really? Really? I mean, I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm not going to try to force my views upon anybody. I'm just going to talk about shit. I'm just going to talk about the real shit that's going on, guys. And if you want to open your eyes and look at the big picture, hey, that's completely up to you. I'm just a guy talking on the way to the gym and talking on the way home from the gym. At the end of the day, you guys can make your own choices, but here's what I see. When I go out and I observe people in large groups, you can't tell me you guys don't see that everybody's hormones are messed up. And here's the thing. People that come to the United States from other countries talk about this, but people who grew up in the United States don't talk about this. A lot of people that come to the United States from other countries talk about the hormones and stuff that are in our food and why everybody in the United States hits puberty sooner and all this stuff. But the people who grew up here, it's like, we're just used to it. No one actually talks about it. It's not something that should be just swept under the rug. You guys gotta wake up. They openly admit that they put fluoride in the water, okay? That's like a universally accepted thing, that they put fluoride in our tap water. But check this out. When we go to the dentist and they give us the fluoride treatment, they tell you not to swallow it, correct? Do you swallow toothpaste? No, because there's fluoride in it. But we're drinking the tap water with fluoride in it. I want you, since I'm not allowed to talk about it, go online, do your own research, and look at what happens to your brain with the consumption of fluoride, okay? Now, why would they want you drinking fluoride? Maybe so you can't make decisions for yourself. Maybe so you're easily manipulated by the media. You are what you eat. That saying did not come from nowhere. I'm going to say that so many times on this channel. The stuff that you're putting into your body affects everything about you, okay? You guys gotta understand this stuff. And the same diet is not universal. There are plenty of diets that'll work for some people that just straight up will not work for other people. I eat roughly 6,000 to 7,000 calories a day. If most people would do that, they would be obese, okay? There's certain people who can run on a vegetarian diet and still have energy, still feel productive, still get shit done, not crash out. There's other people who literally cannot function on vegetarian diets. There's certain people who can do carnivore diets. There's other people who have almost become diabetic on carnivore diets. We're all not the same, guys. But I will say this, these toxins and the shit that they're putting in the food and water is not good for anybody. Why do you think there's organic certifications? They can put it in the certifications. They can say, hey, this product has been certified to not have any synthetic pesticides, not have any genetically modified material, come from a clean source, blah, blah, blah. But if I talk about it on TikTok, suddenly they wanna ban me. So you're telling me it's openly accepted that they're spraying pesticides on the crops to treat for pests, okay? That's why there's a difference between the organic and non-organic produce when you go to the store. They're openly admitting that, but if I talk about that being leached into the waterways, suddenly I'm saying stuff that's not true. Guys, you can't spray literal tons. We're not talking about a couple bottles. We're talking about literal tons of industrial strength pesticides on crops year after year, and that shit not leach into waterways. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, guys. At all. So I'm not saying that your water is like a death trap, but I'm saying go watch Alex Jones. Everybody was calling him crazy a few years back just because of the way he presents himself, because he's a very fanatical person. He's very high energy. He's very passionate about what he's talking about. And I think he just has so much information that he goes from topic to topic so much that it's hard to keep up with him, and people kind of look at him like he's crazy. But then you start researching the stuff he's talking about and take your own time and really look at it in depth, and you realize the dude's telling the truth about a lot of this stuff. He's just doing it in a very passionate and energetic way. And you may not like the delivery, but he's got a lot of valuable information. So with that being said, hope you guys got some value out of today's talk. Go lift some heavy shit. Have a productive day. Stop drinking the fucking tap water, and I'll see you in the next video.